Hey guys, thanks for checking out the channel. Hit the like button if you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe. And also, remember to hit that bell for notifications for when we drop new videos.
Because of the obvious threat to untold numbers of citizens, and because of the crisis which is even now developing, this radio station will remain on the air day and night.
Officials and newsmen at first discounted those eyewitness descriptions as being beyond belief. However, the reports persisted.
Listen to them. Children of the night. What music they make.
Heyo!
Hey.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to Boogeyman Radio. I am Dave, a.k.a. Barry McCockiner. And over there we have Chuck.
Just Chuck.
Just Chuck.
Just Chuck. That's all it needs to be. I laughed before, right as the intro kicked in. I saw your name and I kind of like did a chuckle. One of those. I'm just like,
You did a
no.
Chuck?
Ah.
Yes,
Touche, my friend. Touche.
sir.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Boogeyman Radio on wonderful Monday night. Glad everybody's here.
Yes.
Got some wonderful people in the chat. Wonderful
Oh,
people in
man.
the chat.
I'm so drained.
I bet
so
you are.
drained.
Yeah. Why is that, Dave?
Because I went bowling and drinking last night
At the same time?
at the same
Kidding.
time. And I had to go open up at work this morning. So I'm pretty tired, pretty booshed.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
I had a great time, though.
Well, that's
I ha-
good.
So one of my coworkers thought he was like a really good bowler. You know, he's one of those guys that has to be the best at everything.
I'll show you good bowler, and then
Yeah.
just proceeded to wreck him.
So he challenged me and some of my coworkers to go bowling, and we went bowling, and I beat some ace.
Good.
Yeah, we played three games, and I won every one of them. And I quickly found out that there's muscles that I do not use,
That I'm sure you haven't used in a
and
long time.
yeah, they're sore as hell right now.
You know what that's called?
Don't say it.
You know,
Don't you say
you know what
it.
that's called? Yeah.
Don't you say it.
Don't say the words. Don't say it. I think you know what it's called. I'll leave it be.
It's getting old.
Whoa. He said it, not me.
It's a ghost. It was a ghost
Wasn't
whisper.
me.
It's a ghost whisper. But no, I totally like these kids are like 22, 23, 24.
Oh, you had to show him up.
Yeah.
You know
Big Dan
that. You know
Dave
that,
had to show him how it was
wait.
done.
You don't listen to country, but you know that Toby Keith song, I ain't as good as I once was. Well, you proved them wrong when it comes to bowling.
Yeah.
Everything else, I don't know.
They wrote checks.
That's right, exactly. All right. Glad to
Oh,
see everybody's here, getting talkative. Love that. Wonderful. And I'm glad we shifted the Facebook over to your Facebook. Makes a difference. Cassie, did you change your name? Or are you on a different profile? Because it's just throwing me off. It's just I'm so
Now
used to
everybody knows
Cassie
her
so
last
sassy.
name.
I know. God,
I think it's
it's throwing
different
me off a
profile.
little bit. You think so?
I think so. She's probably got like 8 YouTube pages like I do.
That's very true.
So you
Well, I
can-
hope everybody else is doing pretty good. I mean,
Yeah.
it's it's a great Monday night for sure. How was your week?
Week was good.
Different account. Nice.
Week was good. Just kind of getting ready for some fun stuff coming up in a couple days, and yeah, ordered a new SD card that apparently doesn't work in my camera, so
Yep.
I'm gonna have to send that thing back, which sucks because I really could use it. It's a terabyte.
Was it on
micro
Amazon
SD
or
card.
something? Or
Yeah, got it off Amazon.
man, I don't trust. I just don't trust them. I really don't. I would go to Walmart and just grab one from there or Best Buy.
You can't just go to Walmart and buy the terabyte ones.
Really?
Yeah, the highest you can get at Walmart, I think, is 256 gig.
Oh, okay. Well, what about like tech stores? Any sort of tech stores in Bentonville?
And Rogers,
Okay.
a little bit further away. But
Yeah.
Best Buy, they don't have a whole lot of stuff there either.
Which is
Everything's
weird.
going to the websites anymore, so
Mm.
that's the way it's going. But I think I'll manage. I'll be able to manage.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to like do a big dump on like a hard drive or something.
Makes
So-
sense. Wipe out one of the other ones and then turn it into your filming.
Yeah, I mean, shooting night vision is gonna be easy. Because
Yes.
that'll be
Doesn't
all right.
it bumps down the video quality, right? When you go to
Yeah.
night vision.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
But that should be okay. We should be okay.
Tell Dave he's gonna be all right. Everybody, he'll be okay.
It'll be okay. Don't stress about it too much. I
Exactly.
have several SD cards that are like 128 gigs. Oh shit! Oh shit! Hang on.
I think he's getting a cramp.
Yeah.
Remember that thing we said earlier, at the beginning of the show?
Yeah, no doubt. Oh.
If it just didn't kick in
Oh,
at the right
mama.
time. There it is. There's the one. That's the
Oh,
one.
that was the back of the thigh cramp. Oh, yeah. That did me dirty.
Good timing. Cassie,
Drink some water, man.
drink
I
some
have been
water,
all day.
man. Oh,
All day.
That's great.
Dude, so, like, when I got home from work, like, it's about a 40-minute drive
Yeah.
from work to get home. I tried to get out of the car, and I was so freaking stiff. Oh, it hurt to get out of the car.
It's okay. I'm sure,
stretch
when
that
I
out.
start this new job next week. Yeah, next week. I guarantee you I'm going to be sore because I'll be doing a lot of up and down and stairs. Which,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm on my feet all day behind the bar anyways, but I'm behind the bar. Not walking up and down a bunch of stairs, which I'm cool with that. It's no big deal. It's a good workout. I'll get in shape.
Get your exercise.
Get my exercise. I'm sure I'll get used to it and stuff,
Get
but
that
it's all good.
exercise. How many
Uh,
terabytes?
yeah.
On the micro SD, it's just 1 terabyte. The ones I have now, they're only like 128 gigs. So
I need some more space.
use it 4K. It's gonna eat up a crap ton of space.
Yes.
So I'm
That's
on the
why
lookout.
I would just see if there's any YouTube. See if there's any YouTube videos talking about, micro SDs and see which one's best recommended for that camera. Maybe.
Well, what I'm thinking about doing, I was just trying to hurry up and get like some extra memory for
That's
this
fair.
Wednesday. But what I'm gonna actually do is just buy like an 8 terabyte hard drive
Woo!
and plug it directly into the camera and just record straight to the hard drive.
Dang. That's a lot of hard drive.
Yeah.
So, wow. Can't believe we're up to 8s
And 16s.
and 16s. That's nuts. And yet an SSD drive is just like $200-$300.
Mm-hmm.
It's freaking crazy.
Yeah, just gotta make sure it's got a USB-C plug.
Of course.
So that'll do that. All right.
Well, good.
I'm gonna try to bend this leg and maybe it won't cramp up.
Well, while you're doing that,
I'm like scared now. I'm like, oh,
just bend and snap it real quick. Just
Yeah.
done.
no doubt.
Rip that leg. But my week was good. It was all right. It wasn't anything crazy. Doing a lot of reminiscing at work, going through a lot of memories.
You got a lot
building-
big change coming up.
Big change.
Big one.
My last day is Thursday. Thursday. It's so interesting. It just feels so weird, personally. But like the weirdness is setting in. Like I've been there for 8 years, so it's just a big chunk of my life and
Yeah.
basically an extension of the family kind of thing. I've spent a lot of time there. And yeah, it's just one of those things, right? Big change, weird things. I'm excited. Don't get me wrong. I'm a little nervous with the new job because it's a little different. But yeah, I'm pretty pumped for it. But other than that, we
It's
do
gonna be
have
good,
Planet. Oh yeah, absolutely. We do have Planet Comic-Con coming up this weekend. Boom! Ready for that, dude. I cannot wait.
Oh man.
I know you can't go, which is all good. No big deal. I totally understand. But I'm going,
I hate that.
and
I hate that I'm
I'll
not
probably
gonna be
meet
there.
the lead singer of Ice Nine Kills.
Yeah, just throw that in my face.
You're
Just throw it
very
in my
welcome. Unless he cancels for some reason, but it's fine.
No, he's
And
there for
then-
3 days.
Probably meet Jamie Kennedy, Matthew
Mm-hmm.
Lillard.
Yeah, Matthew Lillard. Yeah, you better invite him on a ghost hunt,
That'd be fun, actually.
dude. Tell him like you'll be going from 13 ghosts to real ghosts.
Exactly.
Tell him
You're
I
part
was
of my inspiration.
just like we got a place that we can hit up just a few hours from here. We'll go to Malvern. We'll take him to Malvern.
If Josh would be open to it.
Oh, Josh will be open to Matthew Lillard. Come on.
Okay, fair enough. He's like, I'd make an exception.
He'll probably
I would
boot
absolutely
whoever's
make an exception.
like, yeah, hell yeah. No, Matthew Lillard would be cool to investigate with.
And even if it would, like, it'd be cool to get his information. And I mean, if he didn't talk or if he didn't reconnect, no big deal. It's just the fact that got to talk to Matthew Lillard about ghosts. Actually, I'm curious to see if he has a ghost story at all. Like, if he has any, like, paranormal interest whatsoever.
Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't.
Maybe him or Jamie Kennedy.
Well, Jamie Kennedy's investigated with Jack Osborne.
Oh, has he really?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I did not know that.
He investigated at Ashmore with Jason Mewes and Jack Osborne.
Oh.
What's up, Jen?
Barry. Oh, that does work out. What's up,
Chuck
Jen?
Berry. What's up?
I like that. Not pronouncing Chuck and Larry, but it's Chuck Berry.
I know a guy who's friends with who? Which one?
With who?
We've thrown out a bunch of names here.
You talking about Josh, or are you talking about Matthew Lillard? You talking about Jamie Kennedy? I mean, who?
Jack
Osborne. Who are you talking
Osborne?
about? You know, that's so true. Who?
Yeah.
But there's several other people too. Lillard.
Ooh.
What? What?
Oh, no, you didn't.
Cassie, you might just opened up a whole can of worms. I'm
You
just
did.
saying.
Problem solved.
Like hero right there on my end. Just saying. Watching him with Scooby Doo and Scream and
Right.
and what is it? Slackers? No.
SLC Punk.
Thank you. That's it. Yes, SLC Punk. Great movie. But other things as well. But yeah, I'm stoked, man. There's several other people that are going too, and it's gonna be a lot of great panels. It's gonna be big.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be big.
Yeah.
25th anniversary. My daughter's father-in-law plays board games with him. That's
Wait.
dope.
Okay, yeah.
What?
I was like, is her daughter that old?
Probably.
Like she's married?
Probably.
Yeah, just time flies, man. Time
Yeah,
flies.
that's pretty cool. It is, right? It does, very much so. I mean, I wouldn't want to pester the guy, but I'd just be like, hey.
I got events and stuff coming up.
I was gonna
It'd
say
be cool to have.
I'll show up with like the list of events and be like, yo, you wanna go hang out?
What's up, Matthew?
You wanna have a great time?
And then everybody
Maybe
be
see
like,
some ghosts.
Chad Lind who?
Yeah, right.
What? Yeah, I went there.
Yeah, I know you did. It's all good.
I did. I've got
It's all good. I mean, they've got a big event coming up too at Malvern with him and Stormy and Josh.
yeah.
That should be an exciting time, of course.
Uh,
Yeah. That one fell flat. Sorry, guys.
Woo!
We just started this thing. Yeah, Cassie's barely out of her twos for daughters. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. Did Cassie ever send you that list of people not to invite?
Yeah, we had a conversation.
Oh, okay, good.
We had a conversation.
Because nothing was ever said to me.
Sorry you have to work all those days, Chuck.
What days?
Through the events.
I'm off on weekends now.
I'm just kidding.
Okay. Oh, I mean, I will be off on weekends. Okay, my
Sorry,
weekend's
Cassie.
back.
He's going to be there.
What?
I said, sorry, Cassie. He's going to be there.
I'm on the list. Nice.
It's Charles. It's always effing Charles.
It's always me. You're barely out of your 20s. Oh, that's nice. That's so nice. But
He hasn't met her in person, I don't think. No, he did. He did. Thomas Building, he met her.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Jerry,
not to-
hold up. I gotta address this. Jerry, I haven't seen you get any tickets for any of these tours,
What the
these events
fluff,
yet.
Jerry?
And since I took an extra day off this week, I'm going to be trying to book a couple more places, big ones. I will say one's here in Missouri, and another one's in Texas.
Yeah. It's gonna be
And
a
another
great year
one's
for
in
the
Arkansas.
paranormal. I can feel it. I can feel it.
Dude, every now and then I get in this mood where I don't want to go work, and I told people at work this the other
You're
day.
getting in that mood, eh?
Oh man, it was bad. Like
Wait.
when I get in this mood, like this particular mood, I will quit my job right on the spot and just go ghost hunting. I've done it twice now, and I was at dangerous levels, the other day. I was like telling people, I don't even want to be here. I'm probably gonna leave early. So they were
it.
pretty scared.
Yeah, I totally understand. But Jerry says he's going to Ray County. We're not doing Ray County, right? That's
No,
probably
we're
Haunted
not
Soul
doing Ray
Society.
Yeah.
Is that the investigation this weekend? Is that the one you're talking about?
No.
Jerry?
Oh, for Jerry?
Yeah, because
Is that this weekend?
I think Haunted Souls has a investigation on the 9th, I want to say, because the 8th is Friday, the 9th is Saturday. So I think
That's right.
The 9th.
They invited us to this one, but I can't go.
They did invite us?
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
Did he not invite you?
I mean, he probably did, but I just can't remember. Honestly.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to just like self-impose.
Just
like,
show up.
Always go to Ray County.
Just show up. Hey.
Yeah,
I just
no.
happened to be walking by on the street. I was like, what are all these cars doing
Because
here?
we're already going to the one in McIntyre, so I didn't want to be like, hey, and I think they're all full anyways, so I wasn't gonna
Right.
worry about it. Yeah, exactly, Jess. Oopsie,
Awkward.
I mean, it's still gonna be a great investigation. It's gonna be a great time. Lori, I definitely hope you guys, if it's nice, because I understand I think it's supposed to be pretty chilly that weekend. If it's nice, definitely recommend the graveyard out there.
And Gerald, the one I'm talking about in Missouri, is going to be on the east side of Missouri.
No, thanks, Lori. Appreciate that.
Always room for you, Charles.
Thank you. Appreciate
So
it.
sweet. So sweet. All right, guys, we know why you're here. You want
Yes.
to talk about the Crescent Hotel.
And if you've watched our show, if you've watched our show for a while now, you are no stranger to the fact that we love the Crescent Hotel in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. It is like just Eureka Springs itself has so much amazing history and backstory and creepiness throughout its life. And tonight we're going to bring it back to life and it's kind of like a throwback, right? Like this has
Little
been one of our favorite locations of all time. I've only stayed there once. I've only stayed the night once, but I've been there a handful of times. I love going there just for the atmosphere, just for
No,
the
not dropping.
ambiance.
Good.
What?
I was just answering this question. Not
Gotcha,
dropping.
gotcha, yeah.
East side.
Yeah.
East.
Exactly. Now, if we can make a return, I mean, I was even looking up some hotel rates coming up in maybe April. Coming up in maybe
Mapril?
April. Yeah, Mapril.
April
Fools.
Fools.
April Fool's Day. I was gonna make a joke there, but I can't now. Anyways, yes, I was even looking up some possible just see what the price range is, and it's really not too bad right now.
Yeah.
Really not too bad. So it'd be kind of cool. Make a little weekend trip.
I'm down for it. I haven't been there this year yet. So
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been since the last time we were there, which was 2 years ago. No, 3 years. 3 years ago.
maybe I should go
2021.
there this weekend.
Do it.
Or, well, this weekend. Like this Thursday or something. Maybe Friday.
Do it.
Should go out there.
If I wasn't going to Comic-Con, I'd go.
take my daughter out there and just walk around the Crescent
There you
and
go.
stuff.
Yeah, that'd be a fun time.
But it's supposed to
Absolutely.
rain too, so I don't know.
Well, that's a good point. But anyways, as we were saying, Crescent Hotel. This is an amazing subject, an amazing place, and I guess let's just dive into it, shall we?
Yeah. So if you haven't been to the Crescent, guys, I'm gonna real quick. I'm just gonna say this. Go. Just do it. Just go.
Experience it for yourself. Really.
The energy in this place. So I don't know if some people think some people think they might be sensitive, and if you are, you're definitely gonna feel the energy of this place. Like it is amazing.
As soon as you walk in, you feel like you're teleported back in time.
Yeah. Like the whole building is basically made out of limestone. That's the side view of the Crescent Hotel right there. But like I said, as soon as you walk in, amazing energy.
Beautiful.
Amazing. And it'll probably get you to keep coming back. But let's get into some of the history of this fine establishment.
Shall we?
Yes. So, in the year 1879, nestled amidst the breathtaking landscapes of the Ozark Mountains, a remarkable town emerged, known as Eureka Springs. Eureka Springs, Arkansas. Native Americans originally discovered this haven of natural springs with healing properties, surrounded by lush forests and rugged cliffs. News of this mystical place spread, drawing people from far and wide in search of solace and rejuvenation. The Eureka Springs quickly blossomed into a vibrant community, as enterprising individuals flocked to the area, yearning for a touch of magic in their lives. And the reason for that was a lot of people, I think one family moved to Eureka Springs and they thought that the springs had healing properties.
Yeah.
And because their kid got healed from their ailment, and then word spread and people just started coming to Eureka Springs. Governor Powell Clayton recognized the immense potential of Eureka Springs and was determined to unlock its full splendor. So in the late 19th century, Clayton, in collaboration with the Eureka Springs Improvement Company, embarked on a transformative endeavor that would forever shape the town's destiny. Realizing the importance of connectivity, Clayton orchestrated the arrival of the Frisco Railroad to Eureka Springs, a groundbreaking development that would revolutionize transportation and open new avenues for growth. As the train tracks reached the picturesque town, an air of excitement and possibility permeated the air. Now, I will say real quick, if you're driving down Historic 23, you can actually see the train and like the train depot and everything. I want to investigate in there. It might not be haunted. I just want to go in there and spend some time in there. It's kind of urbex it. So the construction of the hotel in 1886, the iconic hotel, it was an architectural masterpiece. I mean, it is beautiful. It stood on the top of the Crescent Mountain, offering breathtaking views and luxurious accommodations. What's that?
I just was reading Jess's comment.
What'd she
It's
say?
funny. She said, I was checking travel time for this one. I didn't realize it was default to bike travel. I was like, how in the hell does it take 20 hours to get there from KC?
And yes, Jerry.
What? Yes.
Yes, Jerry, they did. And absolutely AJ.
I was going to say AJ, yes. Their pizza's fantastic. That's one of the best things they could have done was put a Sky Bar pizza in there. And I'm
Same with
curious
their-
what she means by that. Does that mean like he got suckered into paying for a room?
Or buying no, I think they started selling the like room keys and stuff like that. Like
the old skeleton looking keys and stuff?
No, they're
What do you mean?
I have one, but it's not like one a friend gave it to me.
Okay.
I'll have to show it to you later. It's not in
All right,
here.
cool.
No,
That's
it's the
fine.
keys that you basically use for the doors. They have the big gold keychain thing.
Oh, okay.
It's the room number and stuff. Like it's
Interesting.
yeah. So yeah, there's that.
Skeleton keys with brass rings. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what she. Okay. Cool.
Let me get back to this real quick.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something. I forgot what it was.
Well, shucks.
Oh, the construction. Okay, here we go. So the construction of the Crescent Hotel commenced in 1884, marking the beginning of a magnificent architectural endeavor. The hotel was envisioned as a luxurious retreat that would showcase the region's natural beauty. After 2 years of meticulous craftsmanship and attention to detail, the Crescent Hotel reached completion in 1886, standing as a testament to the era's architectural brilliance. Now, before we go any further in the history, there is obviously the beginning of the hauntings, I guess. The beginning of the creation of the hauntings. Number one, that whole town is like limestone. So
The whole town. Well, and you have the natural
Energy.
springs, so
natural springs, limestone, and then you have death. Railroad. And then you throw death on that. Like,
Well, that's a natural recipe for hauntings.
yeah. So the first, you want to talk about the first death of Michael?
Let's see here. Let me pull that article up here real quick. Oh, hold on.
We didn't rehearse or anything, guys. We never do.
Yeah, just bear with us. Yeah, I know this is what you're here for, anyways.
Yeah, we know what you're here for.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Speech impediments.
the most often cited apparition is a red-haired child. Wow.
Red-haired
gosh.
child?
I'm
Wow,
gonna-
Chuck.
Red-haired
Let's-
child. Anyways, let's just restart that. I was getting ready to get
Please.
into the kid at the stairs. The most often cited apparition is a red-haired Irish stonemason who the staff has dubbed Michael. Allegedly, Michael was one of the original masons who worked on the hotel's building in 1885. However, while working on the roof, he lost his balance, fell to the second floor area, and was killed. This area now houses room 218 of the hotel and is said to be the most haunted guest room. Michael is a mischievous spirit who likes to play tricks with lights, the doors, television, and often is heard pounding loudly on the walls. Others have witnessed hands coming out of the bathroom mirror and heard cries of what sounded like a man falling from the ceiling. That'd be weird. Yet other guests have been shaken during the night, and have, on one occasion, a patron ran screaming from the room, professing to have seen blood splattered all over the wall. How do you know it wasn't your own blood?
Yeah.
Anyways,
Gerald, the Galena Bordello is not actually the Bordello. Hate to break it to you. The real Bordello was like 4 miles away from there, and it was along the river. Whoever built that Bordello or that place, they just named it the Bordello to milk the name.
Well, they milked it, all right.
Yeah. Gingers are disturbing enough.
Then they don't have souls.
What's up, James?
What? I didn't say that too loud.
Chuck's like, I got a soul to
I got a
squeeze.
soul somewhere. What?
Keeps it in his
Kimberly. We stayed
I got
in
somebody's
Michael's
soul in my pocket.
I guess.
Jing-a-ling-a-ling.
We
right.
stayed in Michael's room. It was quiet. It's quiet while we were there. The room around the corner was another story. Woke up during the middle of the night to feel someone sitting at the foot of our bed.
Now, here's the thing I'll say about Michael's room. I've stayed at the Crescent Hotel, like, usually for a long time there. I was there like 5 times a year just staying there and investigating. We never had any activity in Michael's room when there's a guy present or a guy in there. Now, if there's a girl present, activity's picked up.
Different story.
Yeah, it was crazy. So, and one of the crazy things that happened for us was one year, we had 218 booked, and we also had, I think it was room 223, just down the hall and around the corner. And myself and Gene, we were in 223, and Tabby and Mike were in 218. The next morning, they came to our room, and we were just chit-chatting and everything, and Mike wanted to go back and grab something, and we go back to his room, and his door's open.
Oh.
And we're like, that's weird. Oof. So we go in the room, grab what he needed, come back out, we shut the door, and the door right across the hall is open. And we're like, all right, this is getting a little weird. Let's see if there's any maids around. And no, there wasn't any maids around. We figured like the maids were going through and like cleaning up and stuff. No, they didn't touch any of the rooms. They weren't down on that floor. Like it was pretty interesting. But I've never had anything in Michael's room. And that's really because I think, you know, Michael is said to have been a ladies' man. Like he had a thing for the ladies. Like he was a perv. Story I got was that he was leaning to check out some women. He was up on the roof. He was trying to check them out, and he leaned a little too far and lost his footing and went down to the to one of the beams in 218. And
I was just trying to see some. Never mind.
Yeah. Kimberly, I don't know. She's like, I guess I'm too old to be his type. Hey, the guy's like 200 years old, so
he's plenty old.
So I mean, I guess you could say he likes younger ladies. How about that?
Probably. That's what I'd go with.
Yeah, and by younger, I mean anything that's younger than 200 years old.
That's a wide variety. That's
You got range.
A lot of possibilities.
You got range right there.
Exactly. That's exact.
There you go. There you go. I know you guys on Facebook, you can't see the YouTube comments and shit, but like, there it is. Ass is ass.
I hope the look was worth it. Man, I hope it was too.
You got wood. Too soon?
It definitely didn't break his fall. Let's just put it that way. Oh, God. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. If he broke his back.
Something. I say he broke something.
Broke his back and it's sticking straight up.
Oh, my God. That's not the way I was thinking it, but
just
okay.
picture it. Just picture it.
I'm
Just
not
take 5
picturing
seconds
nothing.
to picture that.
I'm not picturing anything. I'm slightly less than that. Oh, Kimberly.
Womp womp.
That's true. He can peek over that railing anytime he wants, or any of the rooms that he wants, I guess. Or I mean, shoot, maybe it's It's probably not just his room, right? You think, or that 218? You think he could probably roam around?
Yeah, from what staff have said, it's like he's been seen around the building, possibly.
Well, they did
I
say
have a
the
hard
hand
time.
coming out of the shower. I mean,
Yeah.
or the mirror in the bathroom. I'm just saying, that's
Yeah,
old Pervin there. He's trying
Cassie's
to
like, oh
cop
my.
a feel.
Little Miss Innocent here.
Yeah, I was a little insulted that he didn't hit on me. Oh,
Hey, he didn't hit on me either, so
me either. I mean, we weren't there, so
Yeah.
218. That's on the second floor, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, so I
Yeah.
don't remember 218. So I don't think we
we've
had
never
access.
stayed there.
Yeah, we didn't have access in there. We only stayed. What room was that? That was right next to the owner's room, wasn't it? It was right below Dr. Baker's suite. Is where we were at. I think it was the third floor.
226 or 320. Yeah, 226.
We stayed in 226.
No, 426.
Could've-
That's what it is.
Yeah, we were on the
426.
fourth floor. I thought. Yeah, because we were
426 is
just
the one
down
we
the way
stayed in.
from the bar and
Yeah.
where the tours and
Theodore's
stuff were.
room's right around the corner there.
Which
Yeah.
we actually made a note of this. When everything shuts down, it gets so quiet in that hotel. It is insanely quiet. From the hustle and bustle of the energy, from the tours, people just walking around and looking at the Crescent Hotel, and then just also the Sky Bar, obviously, for lunches and stuff, which I think was a great addition compared to also having the spa there as well, and then all the outdoor stuff. But yeah, it just gets super quiet, and it was kind of daunting at first, right? When we walked out and we started recording on the camera, and it was just like, oh my God, I can hear myself breathe. I can hear the fan just down the hall going, it's like, are you sure that's the fan?
Yeah,
Sorry.
right.
I couldn't help myself.
Everybody hears the squeaking of a gurney. It's
Oh,
like,
that's the fan, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's the one.
So, following its grand opening in 1886, the Crescent Hotel swiftly established itself as a premier destination for the elite and well-to-do. The lavish accommodations, breathtaking views, and top-notch amenities drew guests seeking a respite from their bustling lives. The hotel quickly gained a reputation for its opulent ballrooms, exquisite dining experiences, and exceptional service. For the next 15 years, the hotel was operated by the ESIC and was an exclusive hotspot for the elite. In 1902, the hotel was leased to the Frisco Railroad for 5 years. Due to slow business in the winter, Crescent College opened up and provided education to females until 1934. The college flourished, offering a comprehensive curriculum and fostering a vibrant academic community. The Crescent College provided young women with the exceptional educational opportunities, empowering them to pursue knowledge and personal growth. Over the years, the college gained a reputation for its commitment to excellence, attracting students from all across the country. Although the Crescent College for Women eventually closed its doors in 1934, its legacy remains embedded in the hotel's rich tapestry, commemorating an era of female education and empowerment. And since we're on the women's college,
Do you have?
tragedy
Yeah, go ahead.
once again struck. Oh my. What happened, Charles?
Well,
How are they with people walking around and recording? They're cool with it.
yeah, just
I do it all the time.
obviously stick to certain.
Stick to the halls, stick
Things.
to areas.
Yeah.
As long as you're not disturbing guests, they don't care.
Yeah, and for some reason I can't find the information on this, but so I'll just say it. There's was it a blue dress? I think it was a blue dress. So one night, this young lady was found. Somebody actually had seen her fall from the fourth floor.
Yeah.
Fourth floor. Saw a young lady in a blue nightgown fall from the fourth floor, and it was, I believe, during the time of the women's college or women's
Yes.
college. Now, I wish I could tell you specifically if I knew if she was a worker there, or I think she attended the college.
She was a
right?
student.
Yeah, she was
So
a student.
You want me to go ahead and...
Yeah, if it's
Okay.
right there, if you know more about it, go for it. Yeah.
So she was a student at the college. One of the surprising discoveries about her was that she was pregnant.
Yeah.
Now, during the time that it was a women's college, they were not allowed to, have boys around, which made this pretty, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for here? Surprising, I guess, that she was pregnant, that they found out she was pregnant. I don't know if they found out before or after, like, she was pregnant, like if they knew she was pregnant, or if, like, they found her pregnant after she did that. Anyway, regardless, she took her own life, took the baby's life, and now these days there's always been like a scandalous talk about how she got pregnant, who the father would have been, or who did that, and from talking with people in that work at the Crescent or for the company, and some of the historians, they believe that it was somebody that was very well known in the town. Like, they had the last name, like it's a very well known, well-to-do person. And there's thoughts that maybe she didn't just commit suicide, that maybe she was pushed or thrown.
Right. Which that I could definitely believe.
Now, I can't say the name for two reasons. Number one, that family still lives in the area. And
you know the name of the girl?
I've been
Supposedly?
told not of the girl, of this person.
Oh, the possible killer.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yes, it's the Clintons. Cassie.
Yes.
But yeah, so that family still lives in that area, so they don't talk about that. So if you go on the tours, you will not hear them talk about that. So yeah, very scandalous, but
Very.
nonetheless, her spirit has been seen at the Crescent Hotel as well.
So I got one other story too before I tell this, or before we go on.
I've got some stuff to go with this story too. So.
Perfect. So really my first time of being able to go to the Crescent and just kind of relax and I was there because the pizza bar had opened up, because I didn't really want to just go in and walk around. Like, I don't know why, like times before, but this time that I went was the first time that I actually made a trip to Eureka Springs for myself. And Crescent was one of the stops that I just had to make. And I remember sitting outside on the outside patio deck of the Sky Bar.
Mm-hmm.
And like in my head, like, just like a vision or what have you, people. I'm not claiming to be psychic. I'm not psychic. I'm not any of that. I just know that in my head, I saw what looked like a woman walk towards me in between myself and the table next to me, and then walked around behind me a couple ways down, and then just like it just seemed like she went off. Now, I knew that there had been a woman that had fell off, or that had either suicide, murder, what have you. I don't know, but I knew
she went over there.
Yes, I knew that she went over, and to me, the fact that I saw that, and what was crazy is I was texting a friend of mine about it, and I told her, I was like, she asked me what was she wearing, and I was like, oh, it looked like a blue style nightgown. Well, I didn't know that this girl was actually wearing a blue nightgown. That's the story that portrays her or whatever. So that blew my mind, because then later on after that, I started I went inside and like read the wall of they have like a wall of like his like the haunting stuff that happened there. So that was really cool. It was weird, right? Like kind of weird that I saw that I saw it kind of happen in my mind's eye and just kind of happened. But that's another reason why but I've always felt so connected to the place without actually going there. Like, it's a weird explanation.
Past life, maybe you were there once.
Maybe. I mean, Eureka Springs is like a home away from home for me. I've been there several times as a kid. We used to vacation there, but we never went to the Crescent Hotel. My dad never took us there. So the fact that I finally got to go there, which was about I want to say 2016, 2017, somewhere in there, and I had just that weird vision, and then things kind of like some interesting things happened on the trip while I was there. It just kind of stood out to me, and it just solidified to me my connection to that place. But yeah, I love that place a lot. Anyways, what were you gonna say?
So associated with that, like as far as like stories and stuff goes, my first time investigating there was back in like 2006, the winter of 2006, and we actually ended up having a worker there screw with us while we were doing our own little investigating. Like we were still kind of new, and like
It's
we
not
had
cool.
there wasn't very many people there, and after he messed with us, you know, we went to the GM, and who then fired him, and
Well,
and
yeah,
that
don't do
and
stupid
at that point gave us like full access to the hotel.
Nice.
So we went back again, like a few months later. We went back, had full access. You know, there was hardly anybody there. There was maybe like 7 people in the whole hotel. Go in the winter months. That's the best time to, if you want to just go roam and collect evidence and try to collect evidence and stuff like that. Wintertime, rooms are cheaper because it's not tourist season, and less people in the hotel.
Absolutely.
So, on one of the floors, I think we were on the 4th floor, we were walking and we captured something that floored us. And to this day, it's to me, it's like one of the creepiest EVPs I've got, because of that story of the girl. And then we captured this EVP. So this EVP is almost like 20 years old. So in the audio that I'm about to play you guys, you'll hear us walking on the floor. It's old flooring. You'll hear the crunching of the floor.
Hey, Brandon, good to see you.
You'll hear a bell because the cat was with us. The cat's not alive anymore. Frisco, awesome cat.
Was it the orange one?
It was orange and black and
Yeah, it was
white.
one of the orange
Like
ones.
half its face was black, half of it was orange.
Probably a descendant of Morris, the
It
original
was.
cat.
It was
Yeah.
Morris's cat, kid.
Nice. Which you didn't know, that's the 9 Lives cat. Anyways.
Frisco actually stayed with us the entire night. Like stayed in our room and everything.
Oh, wow.
And he followed us around the hotel. Like it was awesome. So as we're walking down the hall, you'll hear the crunching of the floor. You'll hear the bell, and right after the bell from Frisco, you'll hear something that's out of place. So let me go ahead and play this for you guys.
You need to turn it up. Be
I
quiet.
can't.
Oh.
I can't turn it up on here.
Is the kind of sound?
Yeah, I'm a little peeved that it's not as I can't do anything about the volume. Oh wait, yeah, I can. Hold on. Jesus.
There we go.
I'm gonna start this over. All right, here we go.
All right, help us out, Dave.
So right after the bell, you'll hear like somebody take a breath, like, and it's almost like a sobbing or like heavy breathing, like somebody's crying.
Yeah.
That wasn't any of us. We're just walking down the hall
Oh.
with the recorder, and Frisco's running next to us. Again, it happens right after the bell.
Yeah.
You'll hear Frisco come.
Play, yeah, do it again. Okay, yeah.
It's almost like a gasping for air too, like if somebody's being choked or something. You know, I'm just saying.
Or if wait, where was this at?
This
Which
is on the
floor?
4th floor.
4th floor. Oh. Oof.
Yes, my guy.
Did Frisco react?
No. Frisco was just running.
It does kind of sound feminine. You're right. It really does.
Yeah, it does sound feminine, and like we didn't know we captured it until like the end of the night. Like we
was
went
this
back to
the
our room.
staircase where the kid? Yeah.
No, this is in the hall.
Oh, then I don't know. Well, I mean, if it's a chick who might be pregnant, she might be going to take her own life, or has to
She's
meet up with someone
crying.
and tell him the deal.
If she's crying or if she's struggling with somebody, like or trying to keep quiet, I don't know. Who knows? Like
Possibilities.
we reviewed the audio after we went back to our room at the end of the night, and like we literally didn't sleep because we were so gassed up, you know.
Oh yeah, totally.
That
I mean,
was such a
shoot, dude. When
cool-
the audio, that short investigation we did, where we caught a couple good audios, that floored me too.
Yeah, we'll get
I
to
was
that.
I know. I didn't want to jump
Later.
the gun too much, but
No,
yes.
yeah, I got you. But I mean, I've seen people capture like there's a they call her the lady in the mist because people see like this mist fly down from the 4th floor to the gardens out back.
Yeah.
And there's people that have taken pictures. We actually, and I hate to bring this one up because it's an orb. We had it's somewhere in my files somewhere. We actually captured this blue ball of light outside where she had fallen.
Yeah.
Like it's moving straight down. And I don't know. But it's older cameras, you know, like I said, it's like 2006,
yeah.
2007. Those older cameras, the pixels were not that great, especially in the dark.
Fair
so
enough.
it's what it is. You take
And,
what
and
what
low light, yeah.
You know.
Especially.
Yeah. So, I mean, take it for what it is.
Yeah.
But I never present the orb picture to anybody because, you know,
Orb.
obvious obvious
Orb.
answers.
That's all you gotta
Yeah.
say. It's
Yeah.
orb.
So that's the lady in the mist. That's what they call her.
Yeah.
Um,
Sad day. Such a sad thing.
so there was a shift in ownership. On February 21st of 1925, Claude Fuller, former mayor and U.S. congressman from Arkansas 3rd District, and Albert G. Ingalls, who is the mayor of Eureka Springs, they purchased the hotel.
Kimberly makes a good point. Blue nightgown plus energy equals blue ball of light. Pow.
Right?
Bam.
Yeah, you can tell that to ghost people, but like if somebody brought me an orb picture still, I'm like, there's a lot of things I can contribute to the color and everything.
Now, if it's
like
actually,
that.
but I mean, if it's actually like a color ball moving, though, like that's a little different. That's
The amount of iron or phosphorus or
Yeah,
whatever
you're not
elements
wrong.
are
You're
in,
not wrong. You're
they
not
reflect
wrong.
different colors. Yeah.
Just accept it, Dave.
No. Never. All right, so let's get to the juicy bit.
Not bam, splat.
Splat. Jesus. Too soon? No.
Not touching that one. Anyways,
So let's move up to 1937.
Yes.
So let me rephrase that. Norman Baker. In 1937, Norman Baker, who was a charismatic yet fraudulent figure, acquired the Crescent Hotel and embarked on an ambitious adventure. He transformed the hotel into the Baker Cancer Clinic, presenting himself as a visionary healer and claiming to possess the elusive cure for cancer.
Ooh.
Baker, known for his dubious nature, had amassed considerable wealth from cancer sufferers, leveraging his self-proclaimed abilities and extravagant promotions, such as the Madame Pearl Tangley show and his invention, the Air Caliphone, which I think is a piano that plays itself. There's one in the Crescent. There's one of those in the Crescent, in the lobby. He rechristened the Crescent as Castle in the Air, broadcasting his controversial claims over the radio, asserting that he could heal cancer without resorting to surgical procedures. Despite his grandiose proclamations, Baker's treatments and medical theories held no credibility in the legitimate medical world. Nonetheless, his methods and outrageous claims caught the attention of the American Medical Association, serving as a stark example of what cancer treatment should not involve. However, it was Baker's unethical practices in acquiring patients that ultimately led to his downfall.
Yes.
In 1940, he was arrested and imprisoned for mail fraud, putting an end to his reign. During Baker's tenure at the hotel, he made extensive modifications to the hotel. The interior underwent a lavender-themed remodeling, adding a distinctive touch to the premises. Notably, Baker ensured that his own security with an escape route from his office suite on the first floor, concealing a hidden staircase. His office boasted a unique 6-sided desk that served as the nerve center for his 6 different businesses, showcasing his entrepreneurial spirit and unscrupulous nature. So more on Dr. Baker. Dr. Baker. He called himself Dr. Baker.
He's not actually a doctor.
No. So Baker, before he even bought the hotel, he was just like a snake oil salesman. Like he was on the radio up in Iowa, and he would concoct these magic elixirs, and he would sell them.
Well, and he got convicted for that too.
Yeah. And he was a fan of this one doctor, apparently, and this doctor was giving a lecture in Kansas City. And Baker went to Kansas City to see this lecture and everything, and this doctor was talking about some methods that he was doing, and Baker thought, I want to do that.
Right.
So he bought the hotel, and he's like, all right, I'm going to start working on cancer patients. And, he just gave it the old heave-ho, threw the monkey on his back, and he just started like killing people, basically.
Well, yeah, he defrauded cancer patients out of approximately $4 million. While no one died from Baker's cure, the investigation showed that his treatment was most likely hastened the death of the suffering from cancer when they didn't receive effective forms of treatment. In 1944, Baker was released from Leavenworth and moved to Florida, where he lived comfortably until he died in 1958. So yeah, he was sentenced to, I think, prison for like 4 years. Yeah, served 4-year sentence in Leavenworth.
Did it tell you what he died from?
Wasn't it cancer?
Yeah, it was cancer.
Ah, what a fitting way to die.
Right.
Yeah, fool.
So yeah, he also went to Mexico for a little bit.
Yes.
Before, like after he got out, I think he first went to Mexico and then came back to the States and moved to Florida. But you know what they were doing in that hospital? Yeah, Dr. Baker's dead.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. What they were doing in the hospital, like outside of like just getting people to come there, like when people were dying of lack of treatment, like even when they were dead, he was still writing the families and saying, "Oh yeah, they're doing so well. But we're needing more money. You need to fund us. You need to fund this treatment." And he was getting people to pay him. He from what I understood, he had made like $4 million back then.
Yeah.
Just think about how much money that is today. That's like 1937 or 1940.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's insane.
What was it? What happened in the annex? Kimberly, remind me. Do you remember, Dave?
So on the 4th floor, they say on the 4th floor, but it's actually the section of the building that are like the honeymoon suites.
Yes.
That area, when you cross into that area, if you look at the door frames, it's actually about like 2 foot of concrete, and they put doors on those. And the people that were suffering the worst, they would stick them in that part of the building, shut the doors, and just let them basically rot in pain. And the walls were so thick, they couldn't be heard in the rest of the building.
Mm.
So, yeah. There's that.
Well,
some of the treatments that he was doing, he was taking body parts out of people.
Yep. Putting them in jars.
Yeah, for his own studies. He was concocting his own things and like putting them in people. Like there was a story I was told where he actually like was opening the skull and pouring like his concoction of like watermelon seeds and some other juices and crap on somebody's brain. Like he was doing
medication, by the way.
Yeah, he was doing some nasty
bad
and
stuff,
dark stuff. Yeah.
So let's get into some of the haunting stuff, right? So from the days when the old hotel served as Baker's Cancer Hospital, the lingering spirit of a nurse dressed all in white is often seen pushing a gurney on the 3rd floor. Only spotted after 11 p.m. when they used to move the deceased out of the cancer hospital, the ghostly spirit vanishes when she reaches the end of the hallway. Others who have not seen the apparition have reported the sounds of squeaks and rattles that sound like a gurney rolling down the hallway. During the 1930s, this area was used as the morgue, and even used today still houses Dr. Baker's old autopsy table and walk-in freezer. The laundry area is also located on the 3rd floor, where a hotel maintenance man once witnessed all the washers and dryers inexplicably turn on by themselves in the middle of the night. Is that where we did our investigation? Because I could have sworn that wasn't where we did our investigation.
No, it's not.
But
that's
weren't there
down
washer and
from
dryers
what-
down there too?
Yeah,
probably for
That's the area that
the spa, right?
just after the washer dryers is the morgue.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right, so let's go back here. The greedy Dr. Baker apparition has also been seen in the old recreation room in the basement and at the foot of the first floor stairway. Dressed in a purple shirt and a white linen suit and looking somewhat confused, the apparition appears identical to the old photographs of the infamous Quack. For a time, the antique switchboard continued to be utilized in the hotel, but when it continually received phone calls from the otherwise empty basement, the old switchboard was discontinued. It was here in the basement that Baker's hapless patients were often convinced of his miracle cures and handed over their life savings for the treatment. And one more spirit that is said to be seen is a ghostly figure who calls herself Theodora. Most often seen by housekeepers in room 419, Theodora courteously introduces herself as a cancer patient before quickly vanishing. In the lobby, a gentleman dressed in formal Victorian clothing, complete with a top hat, has been spotted at the bottom of the stairway and sitting at the bar. Described as distinguished looking with a mustache and a beard. Many have claimed to entice him into a conversation. However, he sits quietly and never responds before suddenly disappearing. In the Crystal Dining Room, it is said that it contains frequent paranormal activities. Victorian dressed apparitions have often been encountered. Many have seen groups of 1890s dancers in full white attire, or full dress attire, whirling around in the room in the wee hours of the morning. After reports tell of a 19th century gentleman who has been seen sitting at a table near the window. When approached, he says, "I saw the most beautiful woman here last night, and I'm waiting for her to return." Then a former waitress reported that she spied the vision of a Victorian bride and groom in the dining room's huge mirror. The groom allegedly made eye contact with her before the couple faded away. There's more to it, but I don't want to read too much. But
Now, one of the things I want to touch on that you had read there, for me, was the dining room.
Yes.
I have a special thing with the dining room.
Yes.
I don't know really. I've never met anybody that's had experiences in the dining room that didn't work there, right? So back to that second investigation that we did, that night was awesome. We caught so much stuff there.
yeah, I bet you did.
So, so myself and Gene, we were in the dining room. We were sitting down. We were listening. Tabby and Mike, they went down to the basement, downstairs, and Gene and I, for like 15 minutes, we kept hearing walking, like somebody in boots walking on the hardwood floors around the dining room. And after we were hearing this so much, Gene started snapping pictures and everything. And then we radioed for Mike to come up, and they came up, and we were like, "You got to sit in here and listen to this."
Yeah.
And we started hearing the boots again, right? So we go back over Gene's photos, and we were pretty shocked when we found this. Not all this info is going to be on the Crescent site. Like the hauntings and stuff like that. It's not all going to be on
We're
there.
pulling from several different places.
Several sources. So this is what we captured out of the photos. Again, I want to remind you guys, this is like 2007. These cameras were not the greatest, but we captured this. So in this photo, closest to you, you can see, you can't see my pointer or nothing, but like the backing of the chairs is brass, and you can see the arch of that one chair right close to you, a little bit to the left, center left. There's an brass arching there with a brass decorative back. So closer to the window, you can see a reflection of the brass on the back of that chair where it arches. But sitting in that chair appeared to be this figure, and to us it looked like it was wearing a cowboy hat.
It does. It looks like a cowboy hat to me.
And if you need me to brighten it up, there it is.
Boom! Look at that.
That was captured around the time we were hearing the footsteps. And it goes perfectly with the story of this guy that's sitting down there. But we weren't told about this haunting, this ghost, until after we found this picture. We went downstairs. We're like, hey, we got this picture. It's pretty awesome. We were all stoked about it. And then they're like, oh my God. They're like, we have this ghost that they named Jacob. That's what they named him. And the story we were told was that Jacob was waiting for his fiance to join him for breakfast, and she never showed up. So this is basically a residual energy. This is a shadow figure. It's a residual energy. The footsteps and stuff could be him pacing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just depends on the story.
When we had when we had our quick investigation, it sounded like there was somebody walking around the floor when we were sitting down in the chairs. Like, it wasn't that hard to, and it also sounded like there was noises coming from the kitchen as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was closed off. We couldn't go in there.
Yeah.
But you could clearly hear stuff moving around. We could look through the window too. We didn't see anybody in there. The lights were all off. Nobody, like, there were no lights or anything coming from there. So
part of that night also, when we were all in that dining room, we would see these shadows. Like, how you can see the bottom of the door, the light coming through.
Yeah.
We would see these shadows passing the doors.
Wow.
Like, and then even through the windows, like in the kitchen, you could see like shadows, like somebody walking past.
That whole room is so weird.
It is weird. And every time I've gone back there, we've not captured anything.
Yeah.
We had a tape recorder in there when we were recording all this stuff. And I thought this was funny because it was still like when we first started and everything. And Gene had left the tape recorder when we left out of there. And I'm like, go get the tape recorder. So him and Mike go in there to get it. And not long after, they come flying out of there because when they grabbed the recorder, there was a voice in there that said something to them, and it freaked them out, and they just like bolted.
Huh.
So I was like, were you at least recording? No. They shut it off and they fucking left, and that's why
It's like
we don't shut it off.
When you left the room to go grab something. I can't remember what it was, and you had something happen while you were gone. I can't remember what it was though. But when you got back, I was just like, of course you did. Yeah, of course you had something happen when I wasn't there. Duh.
That happens all the time.
It really does.
Maybe chandelier.
Oh, I definitely believe it's possible too, Gerald. Footsteps, you could tell the difference, especially within boots, for sure.
I've got some good recordings of some footsteps.
And those, go ahead.
This is kind of something we're going to be doing with the show from time to time. Is we're going to be doing an episode on specific haunted locations.
Yeah.
And if there's places that I've been to and have captured stuff, I'll play some audio and stuff that I've captured from there. But like when it comes to the footsteps, the Titanic Museum, I've got some really good ones from there. The Kendrick Place, I've got some really good ones from there too.
Jerry thought he saw a woman in the window in that picture, so he was thinking maybe it was a chandelier.
Oh, okay. So they do this.
Yeah, brightened up a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
I don't see it either. There's a glow there. So there's a picture that they say that they have that's like supposed to be a ghost, and it is basically the lighting reflecting off of the wall.
Yeah,
like
which that's very easy to happen in that ballroom. There's a lot of windows coming in that place.
And call me bitter, but we actually submitted these photos to them so they could put it in their book and everything. Mm-hmm. They never put it in their book.
Of course they did.
They got photos of reflections of light in their book, but they won't put like a shadow figure. I don't get it. And then I've got a really good one here that I'm about to show you guys. It was captured by a friend. Funny story behind that one too. But so okay, let me go back to these photos. Where is it at? There it is. So one of the things with the Crescent Hotel was the ballroom dancing. In the early 20th century, two of the most well-known ballroom dancers around were a married couple, Irene and Vernon Castle. Irene performed in numerous movies as well as Broadway shows. There was even a movie made about the Castles called The Story of Vernon and Irene Castle, starring Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire.
Oh, wow.
After Irene's husband passed away, she wanted to be closer to her son, so she moved to Eureka Springs in 1959. Her house is only a few blocks away from the Crescent Hotel. Irene passed away 10 years later, but it's said that her ghost still visits the hotel, where she spent quite a bit of her time attending social events. When a family was vacationing at the hotel, a mother was giving her daughter a bath when the little girl started having a conversation with a female apparition. The girl was using words associated with the late Irene Castle, such as pirouette, tango, ballerina, and castle. There's a photo. I think this is Irene Castle. Let me just save this real quick and upload it. I think this photo is of Irene Castle, and if it's not, then it still serves a purpose. Upload. All right, here it is. So there's a reason I'm showing you guys this. Chuck, you're gonna want to see this too. I think you may have seen this. You may have seen this too already.
Yeah, I've seen the picture.
All right. So a friend of ours, I'll go and say his name, Rick Park. He, his wife, and his kids one of his sons went to Little Rock, I guess, to see some family or something. And he'd never been to the Crescent. Always heard about it. Always wanted to go. He talked his wife into stopping by Eureka Springs when they were on their way back, and they stopped at the Crescent. His wife did not believe in ghosts, and he's a ghost hunter. So she didn't believe in ghosts. She started snapping off pictures. And they went into, what is it? I'm trying to think what the conservatory, I think is what it's called now. Where they
like the small little ballroom where they have like little meetings and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So on the outside room essentially.
So on the outside of that building, it's like 10 feet high.
Yeah, it's
10 to 15
it's up
feet
there.
high.
Yeah, absolutely. It's up there.
Probably 20 at the furthest end. So they were in that room, and his son said he thought he saw the face of a female peeking through one of the windows. And his wife was snapping photos. And as they were leaving, he starts going through the photos, and his jaw dropped because his wife, who is not a believer and not a ghost hunter, captured this. You may zoom in or do whatever you have to.
What's that weird figure there off in the middle right of the screen? It's
Yeah.
taking up a good chunk of the screen.
Yeah. That there is an apparition, a figure of a woman in a dress.
Jace.
And his son was like, that's the woman that I had seen. That's what he saw peeking through the window.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good one.
That's a pretty damn good capture, if I say so myself. I'm kind of jealous I didn't get it.
The head's a little distorted, you can tell, like a little bit.
Yeah, there's some
compared to the
motion
center
to
mass
it.
of the body, for sure.
Yeah.
But you could totally tell there's something there. You could see an arm, you can see the dress, everything.
Yeah.
See the eyes, like it's pretty good. That's a damn good picture.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Now, could that be the woman in blue? The girl Maybe. Could it be this Irene Castle, who was a dancer, a ballroom dancer? Possibly. Like if you go back to that photo, if that's her, I mean, that kind of, you look at that dress, and then you look at that dress.
Yeah, because that is a strap right on the shoulder. It seems like it would, because her arms are all the way exposed up to her shoulder.
I mean, I'm not saying that's the exact dress
but
that
it's
she
very
wore.
similar though.
Yeah, like similar style, but but yeah, damn good capture.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best captures I've seen. He hasn't turned it into the Crescent, or he doesn't even show it off, and I don't know why. I don't understand why, but he showed it to me.
Yeah.
He sent it to me like immediately, like after he got it. Like he's like, "Oh my god, you got to check this out."
Yeah, that's
like,
a great picture.
Yeah, I was like, "Did you guys go back and investigate more?" He's like, "No,
Well,
my wife wanted to
so
leave." And it
when we
freaked her
tried
out.
to investigate that room, we had to be really quiet because there was actually somebody staying. So
In the
where that
governor's
room's
suite.
positioned in the hotel, there was somebody staying right next door to where that room's at. So we had to talk like this pretty much the entire time.
And it's loud
We couldn't
walking
really
through there.
Yeah, we could. Oh yeah, just creak. The creaks were louder than we were talking. It was just
Yeah.
how it goes. But yeah, that was really interesting. Executive room or whatever you want to like. It just
The governor's suite.
Yeah, I would just say that like you could have great meetings in there. Like I was gonna say that's like a small ballroom or something, like easy stuff. But yeah, it's very interesting for sure.
All right, let's fast forward into time here a little bit
A little bit.
before we get into more evidence and stuff. In 1946, a significant chapter unfolded in the history of the Crescent Hotel as it underwent a transformative period of renovations and changes in ownership. There were 4 owners named Herbert Byfield, John Constantine, Dwight Nichols, and Herbert Shutter. They assumed ownership and set out to restore the hotel to its former glory. With a shared vision and determination, they breathed new life into the historic establishment, ensuring that its grandeur was meticulously preserved. One of the key strategies employed by the new owners was to establish travel vacation packages in collaboration with the Frisco Railroad. This partnership brought forth a wave of tourists to the Eureka Springs area, eager to experience the charm and allure of the Crescent Hotel. These vacation packages provided travelers with an all-inclusive experience combining the hotel's accommodations and scenic train journeys, creating an unforgettable getaway. In 1967, there was a devastating fire attributed to faulty wiring. It ravaged the penthouse level and a significant portion of the 4th floor of the Crescent Hotel. The destructive incident prompted necessary renovations and repairs. I don't know if there's any reports of anybody dying in that fire. That would be something to look into. By 1970, the hotel had transitioned into the hands of Resort Enterprises, with Dwight Nichols being the sole remaining owner. However, in 72, Crescent Heights Developments, led by a group of investors, acquired the hotel. Their collective goal was to revive the Crescent to its former glory while simultaneously introducing modern amenities in a phased approach. They meticulously restored the property, expanding its facilities. It was during this period that the first reports of supernatural occurrences started to surface, adding to the hotel's mystique. That was 1972.
Oh, wow.
In 1980, a reorganization took place, bringing Riverview Management of Arkansas, Inc. on board as a general partner. Under this new management, the hotel witnessed memorable events. In 1985, the iconic Crystal Ballroom played host to a sold-out concert by Willie Nelson, while then Governor Bill Clinton delivered a keynote speech at an annual chamber banquet. Yeah, see? In 88, the Wichita Federal Savings and Loan of Wichita, Kansas, assumed possession of the hotel, only to subsequently sell it to Gary and Carol Clausen, who became the new proprietors. On February 28th of 1997, Marty and Elise Ronick became the owners of the Grand Old Lady of the Ozarks, despite its dilapidated condition. Their passion for preservation led them to save this historic structure from complete ruin. In May of 2000, during a grand garden party held at the hotel's fountain garden, the Ronicks publicly announced their ambitious 10-year plan to restore the Crescent, and thus began a transformative process that would see the 10-year plan completed in just 5 years. Let's see here. It just talks about what all they recreated. In 2007, Marty passed away in a car accident, and Elise, she took charge, and she ran the whole place all by herself now.
Oh, wow.
She has been running a place. She actually lives there. She lives on top of the building. If you're staying there, if you get up around 5 o'clock in the morning, you can actually see her and her dogs in the lobby. Hotel's pet friendly, just so you know.
Oh, yeah. I mean, shoot, with the cats roaming around.
Yeah.
Just kind of makes sense.
Let's see. What was it? During some of the renovations, a piece of history was uncovered when the old duck bowling lanes were revealed and incorporated into the design of the salon. So on that note, another thing that happened was during an archaeological excavation, they uncovered hundreds of bottles of Baker's secret formula and jars containing surgical medical specimens that were removed from patients. This collection added to the hotel's macabre ambiance, which already included a morgue with an autopsy table and cadaver walk-in cooler from the Baker.
It's literally a short walk behind the hotel down the hill.
Yeah.
Very short walk.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I guarantee. So I think what they were doing was they were doing some remodeling, because that whole area outside is just like it's activities now.
Yeah.
And so I think what they were doing is they were remodeling for that, and they dug up glass jars with all this stuff in it. Like, could you imagine? Holy cow, dude! Like, I bet there's more stuff buried out there for sure. I guarantee there's bodies out there.
They own the Basin Park as well,
which is also a really cool hotel.
And it's somewhat haunted.
Keyword somewhat.
Somewhat. Off-topic question before you both sign off tonight.
Shoot,
Kelly. Shoot, Daddy.
shoot the shot.
So one thing I want to add, as far as the renovations go, I'm a little peeved about one of the renovations they did.
Which one?
And this is down in the salon area. So if you've been there and you go down those stairs to go to the salon, as soon as you hit the bottom of the stairs, immediately to your right, there's a wall there. Those actually used to be bathrooms, and those bathrooms were actually quite active. Before they tore all that out and redid all that and sealed that off, we got to investigate down in there, which is kind of odd.
Yeah.
That was just odd.
MSP.
Missouri State Pen.
Probably not.
I'm not. Too busy.
Yeah, got a lot going on.
So we got to investigate the bathroom. So one of the things that we were experiencing with the bathrooms, when we'd go in the female's bathroom, we would hear like the stall doors and stuff banging in the men's room. We'd go over there, and then we'd hear like talking and stuff coming from the women's restroom and stuff like that, like and movement. So we'd come out and we were just running back and forth basically at this point. And even at one point, like, if you immediately to the left of the stairs where there's that little nook that goes to that elevator, I came out of one of those bathrooms and I watched a shadow go right through there like it was going to that elevator. So yeah, down there it's pretty active. I did capture an EVP in the bathroom.
Sorry, go ahead. I gotta keep this.
Get it out of your mind. Get it out there.
So that constant back and forth, that was happening to us when we did our session down in that hallway, like right across from where you're talking about. Because we were getting sounds on both ends of the hallway, like trying to make us to go back and forth. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. So I'm gonna play this clip for you guys. This is what we caught in the bathroom. I'm in the women's restroom, and my arm just starts getting like cold. Like I feel like just my right arm was just getting super cold. And I was saying this to everybody, letting them know. And in the audio, you'll hear a whisper that comes through. Not every word like is identifiable, but it's a pretty good whisper.
Y'all cold my arms? It's just right there on my forearm.
Right there at the end?
Yeah. There's actually two of them, but
something like that. I don't know.
I'll play it again. Let's see if anybody... I'm going to see if you guys can pick it out.
We're going to go...
That's not it. This one.
Y'all cold my arms? It's just right there on my forearm.
Right there. There's one there.
Y'all cold my arms? It's just right there on my forearm. See how cold my arm
Like
is?
one more time.
It's just right there on my forearm.
It seems like the voice starts too, and like all that like movement is happening. The voice starts kind of in the middle of that, and then like you could kind of hear it, and then but
Like
you
it
don't
got
really-
interrupted.
Yeah, like there was. It sounded like it was quieter a little bit before that, and then you hear the or whatever the heck it says. I don't know.
I just want to see if anybody in the
interesting.
chat has an idea of what it was saying. If you do, throw it down there. I'll tell you guys what I thought it said, or what I kind of hear out of it.
Yeah,
I'm not saying what I hear. is
I'd have
100%
to listen
but,
to it
like,
on loop. I'd
Yeah.
have to before I could really form it. Something temperature. Miniature.
It's pretty good.
Miniature. In the chair. I don't know. So do we know what that area was before?
Before it was always a bathroom.
So even back during Dr. Baker's time, it was a bathroom.
Yeah,
Okay.
Cassie, torture or get to the chopper. Get to the chopper.
Couldn't make it out. Yeah, no, I feel that too. But yeah, you could definitely tell that there was two voices in there.
So
To me.
something. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me, but like unless you're a patient and you're dealing with like the the crap that the treatments and stuff like that. But for me, what I heard out of it was something like come close to torture or something along that line. But torture was like the big word that I hear out of it.
See how cold my arm is? It's just right there on my forearm. See how cold my arm is? It's just right there on my forearm.
Yeah, I can hear the torture.
That area was like really cool. And what's messed up is like when we went back, like to go try that now, like to try that place again to see if we can catch some more stuff. They'd already like remodeled it. And I was
Yeah.
like,
I know. I was hoping we'd be able to do stuff, and we did try to do a session right there, but there
Yeah.
was too. You could still hear too much coming from the desk
yeah,
up on the first floor. But when you go down into the hallway, though, which
Down
is
into the
just
hallway
down
was
from the
interesting.
morgue, that was
Yeah.
very interesting.
So if you go there and you just want to like walk around and stuff, one thing I suggest you do is talk to the person at the desk and be like, "Hey,
Yes.
we want to go downstairs. We don't want to go into the morgue. Why is somebody calling me now?"
Who knows? Because it's after 9.
God, it's yeah. Hang on.
Fluff off. I'm kidding.
Deny. No, go if you want to walk around. Go talk to the guy at the desk and let him know you want to go downstairs, but you don't want to go into the morgue and you don't want to access anything except for that hallway right by the salon.
Yeah.
They'll let you go down there.
Yeah,
The
like,
bald
we
guy.
even got checked on just in case, and they just like, all right, guys, have fun. Like, kind of,
Yeah.
and just went on.
There's a bald guy that works there. He's overnights now, but he's really sarcastic. He'll probably give you a little bit of a hard time, but just ignore that. Let it roll off your back. But he's a nice dude. But he'll let you go down there. And if you guys haven't seen our vlog from there, like when we did our 1 year anniversary, we did we stayed at the Crescent. We did a live stream. We did a live stream,
great.
and then we filmed for our vlog. And during our vlog, when we went down there, as Charles said, we started hearing stuff on both ends.
Yeah, like at first we started at the end, and it sounded like there was noises coming from the far end of the like the end closest to the spa, and then we started hearing noises come from the other end. So we're like, well, let's move down there a little bit farther, and then you thought you heard something from behind you multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
And then I kept hearing, like, when you'd go check on it, I'd hear stuff come from the other end of the hallway, away from you, and it's just like, is this just back and forth now? What are we doing here?
Yeah.
But it was interesting for sure.
There's a clip. I don't have it to play it on here, so you guys can go check out the vlog. But there's that one point where I go down to see like if anybody had come down those stairs because we were hearing the noises right over there. I'm like, dude, somebody had to have come down the stairs and was coming down there. And I heard like this whoo or whatever.
Yeah.
And it picked up on the audio, and I was like,
camera.
I was like, oh, I hope I got it on the camera. And you're like, well, of course you did.
Of course you heard something.
Of course you heard something.
Well, and I went back and listened to the sound right as I'm like asking a question or making a statement or something for audio purposes, and you just hear this beforehand, and it's just like, God, son of a mother. Yeah, just happens every time. But it was pretty active for sure.
But the best one was when we were hearing this stuff, and I was like, okay, so I'm not even gonna go down. I'm just gonna go put a recorder down there. We're gonna leave one down there.
Oh,
you had yours on the other end, so we had recorders on both ends. But when I went and set that recorder down, and I started to walk away, we caught an amazing EVP.
So it's in response to what I'm saying, right?
No, it's in response of what I'm doing.
Okay, cool. I couldn't remember because I was saying something beforehand that I didn't know if it was.
I think you're still doing like asking questions, and Charles was asking some really great questions because he thinks outside of the box like I do. I think you were talking about like what's it like on your side of the realm? Like is it like this or
out there different kinds of questions?
Yeah.
Not just the more like did
What's
you go
your
to
age?
school
What's your
here?
sign?
Were you a patient here? Like it just
Yeah.
different out there questions.
Questions that we all really want to know, not just ASL,
Yeah.
age, sex, location,
And standard paranormal questions.
yeah. So like I set the recorder down, started walking away, and the recorder picks this awesome EVP up.
Play this.
Play the video.
Please play this. It's clearly not me. It's not you.
No.
Nobody else down there with us.
Or just hide yourself and spit her away where we can't see you. Or just hide yourself and spit her away where we can't see you.
Literally, you turned away.
Yeah.
Like, as you turned to put the recorder down, and it says, you turned away. Bruh. That's totally, that is absolutely in response to what you were doing.
Like I could have been like face to face with a ghost and not even knew it.
Yeah.
And I just like,
You freaking turned away. What the hell, Dave?
Yeah. It's amazing. It's so cool
That
to
is
think
one
about.
of the
Like
best audios I've ever heard. That's in the top 10 for sure.
everybody's on the ASL thing.
I know, you got them caught on there. Showing your age there, guys.
Makes you miss chat rooms. Yahoo chat.
Yes, true. Good times.
The days of dial-up.
Oh,
Days
God.
of no safety and giving everyone your address, right?
This is how children go missing.
Mm-hmm.
What?
But that EVP is like one of my favorites.
Absolutely.
And then further down from where we were at is actually the morgue.
Mm-hmm.
And I spent some time in the morgue. I've caught some really cool stuff out of the morgue. I've got one EVP I'll show you guys from the morgue. It's a wild one. Makes me chuckle. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous is what I'll say. Ridiculous. Like being in that morgue, I do want to say this about it, and I think this is something they do to kind of whoop up things. Now people are starting to think there's a portal in the morgue. Yeah, right in the center of the morgue, and it's not a portal, guys. There's a lot of wiring in the ceiling of the morgue.
Yes.
It runs underneath the kitchen in the dining room, and it puts off a good level of EMF.
There is a very high amount of EMF in that location.
Yes.
Right when you come up the staircase.
The staircase, yeah. The panels
staircase,
are right
not
there
just-
on the other
not-
side of that wall.
Yeah, I say not just on not as you just come up, but like that entire staircase is hard to trust anything EMF because there's so much not old, but like EMF being put out.
So much wiring.
Yes. So much. So I will say if you take in EMF detectors, please do base sweeps beforehand. Don't just use them for the session, then take it all for granted. Figure out where your electric spots are that are giving off high EMF.
Yeah.
Please. Anyways.
But I will say, when I was in the morgue, I was filming with KY3 News out there when we did our Halloween special out there, and caught some good EVPs down there too. But like, one of the cool things was like, we had the door shut to that hallway, and of course, again with the light coming underneath the door, I was seeing movement under the door, like somebody pacing back and forth. And I flung that door open. I walked around the laundry stuff, the washing machines and everything. And even one of the guys that was with us had seen something back over there earlier. And I was hunting something down. I was like, I'm going to find out who the hell is coming down here to try to screw with us.
Yeah.
Do they always put the EMF detector over the drain in the morgue? It was a little cheesy. Yeah. It's just a gimmick right there.
It's part of the tour.
But that drain is original to the hospital era. In fact, like the maintenance guy, he still eats off of it. That's where he eats his lunches.
Ew.
Yeah.
Dude, this guy's got to be just one interesting person.
He's probably taken a lot of
Drugs. What?
What?
I'm kidding.
Oh, he's vaccinated.
No.
What?
What?
Is that a word? Do we still get banned if we say that word?
Nah, CDC changed it to it being the flu now. So
Oh, yeah.
treating it like the flu. Sorry.
So another time I was down there, we'd heard stories about the governor's suite, right? Mm-hmm. Governor's suite's on the first floor, across the hall from the stairs. But if you go into that door that's there, you open it up, it's a long ass hallway. There's a wet bar at the end of the hall, and there's a room here. Okay. And then on this side, there's 2 rooms there. So you get like all of that.
Oh yeah, good point.
It's pimp, dude. It is pimp.
That'd be sweet.
So we were going to go up there, go investigate and do that. And I'm talking to the guys down in the morgue. I'm like, me and Barry are going to go up to this room, yada, yada, yada. Well, unbeknownst to us, we captured something not only on our camera audio, but we captured something on our digital recorder, which was louder than the camera audio. So it was closer to the recorder. That, again, kind of makes me chuckle just at how ridiculous it sounds. I'm just going to play it. And you guys...
The anticipation is killing us. Play it already, dang it.
Y'all let me know what you hear. Let me know what you hear.
We're gonna go upstairs. That guy was telling us about another room that if somebody didn't show up by 2 o'clock, we're gonna go
Like that?
there
The
and
whole
do that.
way around?
I think it's like we're gonna go upstairs. That guy was telling us about another room that if somebody didn't show up by 2 o'clock, we're gonna go
Like that?
there
The
and
whole
do that.
way around?
I think it's like.
What the hell is that? Sounds like someone's confused. It just sounds like what the hell? Like
What the hell do we do?
Yeah.
What the hell do we do?
It just sounds like someone's like confused. Like what the hell to do? Like trying to think of something.
To me, it sounds Irish.
Well,
Like it has a little bit of an Irish accent.
Well, I don't know. Maybe play it again. Screw it.
Y'all cool now?
Oh, wait, wrong one.
We're gonna go upstairs. That guy was telling us about another room that if somebody didn't show up by 2 o'clock, we're gonna go
Like that?
there
The
and
whole
do that.
way around?
I think it's like we're gonna go upstairs. That guy was telling us about another room that if somebody didn't show up by 2 o'clock, we're gonna go
Like that?
there
The
and
whole
do that.
way around?
Where? Where? Like
It doesn't even make sense to me.
maybe it's in response to like what you were saying because you were talking about this guy's gonna take us up to the room where, and I can't hear what you say after that, but then you just hear like what the where? Like think about
Who
it
was I
that way.
with? My old team, like some of my old team members, Barry and Steven and John, and I think that was it down there.
And Randy,
Barry, Steven, and John.
Dave,
I think there was one
and
more
George,
person. Maybe Leon.
John, what?
Maybe Leon. No, Kim was there. Yeah, you guys don't know half these people. Most of these people, or half these people.
Yeah.
You guys might know John and Barry more so. What's the hoe wearing?
That's what she thinks it sounds like.
So, I'm gonna go upstairs.
Gonna go
So-
upstairs. Okay.
So this is what I depict out of it, but like, obviously, like I said, to me it does not even make sense. It makes sense that it does have an association with what we're about to do. So to me, like, I hear something like right down the hallway room, or I got the hallway room, or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, but the hallway room is something that stands out to me there at the end of where it trails off.
I think it's like we're gonna go upstairs. That guy was telling us about another room that if somebody didn't show up by 2 o'clock, we're gonna go
Like that?
there and do that. I think it's like we're gonna go upstairs. That guy was telling us about another room that if somebody didn't show up by 2 o'clock, we're gonna go
Like that?
there and do that. I think it's like we're gonna go upstairs. That guy was telling us about another room.
It's like in a pattern,
somebody didn't show up
like
by
singing.
2 o'clock,
The hallway room.
we're gonna go
Like that?
there and do that. I think it's like
It's so weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's just so odd. And again, to me, it sounds to me like it has a little bit of an accent to it.
yeah.
Is it Michael? I don't know.
Yeah, I never know.
Maybe Kim was with me, and I was like, she's gonna go up there too. And he's like, all right, I got the hallway room. Like he's gonna get some
I know which room I'm getting.
ghost sex.
What?
What?
No,
Sounds like someone
we were
talked and
close to
turned
that
away
one.
from the mic as you walked the other direction. But I wasn't even holding the mic. I don't. I try not to hold the microphone or hold the recorder if I don't have to.
So, are you
try.
carrying the camera or is Barry carrying the camera?
Steven actually is, and he's on the other side of the room.
So, the mic audio, who's got
That-
control of the mic?
That's on the digital recorder.
on the recorder, yeah. Who has
Yeah.
control of the digital recorder?
I don't know. This is like from 15 years ago, guys.
Oh,
This-
fair enough.
This is hard to remember who's got what, who's on first and who's on second. And no, like I know what like the situation was. I still remember the situation and everything, but like who had what, that's yeah. I know Steven had the camera in his hand because he was filming that at that time. We didn't have our awesome cameras, but we had those old Sony night vision cameras. He was sitting down in right by the body freezer.
Those things are expensive now.
Which, by the way, that body freezer, we did get some EMF in there, but like again, a lot of wiring.
Yeah. A lot of wiring. But no, that's anything else that's happened there since? Jeez, like,
Well, in
anything else to add to it?
2017, there was another death.
really?
Yeah, a gentleman had a little too much to drink. At the time, those railings at the stairs were not that high.
I do remember them getting replaced. I remember
were-
the construction. Yeah.
Yep, they just like stacked on top of the
Mm-hmm.
originals. The originals were only like thigh high,
Yeah.
and this guy had a little too much to drink, and he went over and plummeted, and he did pass away from that.
So,
Right there in the hotel. That was in 2017. That's the most recent one I know.
wait, at the
I was
stairway?
also in the stairway, by the elevators.
Oh.
And which
Wow.
it's further down because you have to go into the basement. It
Maybe
goes straight down to the
construction
basement.
didn't happen, but either way,
Um,
that's true.
And then also, so when I told you guys that one of the employees got fired,
Oh, yeah.
when I first started going there, one of the things that we were told about, and this had happened like 2 weeks before we got there. Apparently, Dr. Baker's penthouse suite is on one side. On the other side, there's some penthouse suites as well, but like nobody ever talks about them. I guess they were closed down for a little bit. There was a gentleman 2 weeks prior to us going there who had actually blown his brains out in that penthouse suite.
Oh,
Yeah. So that's why they had it closed down when we went there. And then obviously they opened it up, but they don't talk about that stuff. They don't like to talk about the suicides
well, no.
and the guy falling. They don't talk about it, even though you can find the news articles. I can pull them up real easy.
Yeah. Well, and wasn't there a? Maybe I'm thinking of a different hotel, but wasn't there something to do with a kid in the staircase?
Yeah. On the back staircase, above the dining room, somebody's photographed a kid on that staircase. From what I was
that
told.
Staircase or was it the main one?
No, it was that. It was that staircase. Now the main one, did have like a 5-year-old or something that also fell to her death.
Yeah.
But
so they'll see like a little girl or somebody on the I thought it was a little boy, but a little girl on the staircase.
Yeah, I've had a lot of experiences there, but that's just because I go there so like a lot.
Well, and I know when we went there, we tried to get stories of people that worked there, but their lips were so tightly sealed because of management.
Yeah.
Like management would not let them talk about their like paranormal experiences.
No, and I don't understand that. Like,
but I will say we did get to hear from them. We did get to hear some of their stories, but it had to be off camera.
Yeah, had to be off the record. And which is stupid because if you're trying to promote your business as being one of America's most haunted, you kind of want to tell the customers.
To be haunted. Yeah, you want to have ghost stories for sure.
Unless they're doing that to try to force people to take the ghost tours to hear the ghost stories. I don't know. I didn't like the ghost tours when I took them because like some of that information was just for, speculation. And fun.
I've never taken them. I'd rather honestly just hear the stories from the workers, personally, from the experiences that they've had. And every time I go there, it's always like their turnover rate's got to be very high because every time I go there, there's always a new staff working, always. Yeah, and
high turnover rate. It seems like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even at the pizza place, there's a high turnover rate because every time I've gone there, it's been a different main bartender every single time.
I wonder why that is.
Well, I mean, probably just people switching around jobs, switching around to different things, or obviously just it's not their time to work that day, or what have you. But I know it's a touristy town. There's plenty of touristy jobs.
I know the manager that we were talking to that was telling us some stuff.
The concierge.
Yeah. He no longer works there. No, the manager. What is his name? Kerry or?
I can't remember.
I had his phone number, but yeah, I talked to him a little while back, and he no longer works there. So.
Okay, that sucks. Just have to go get new connections every single year.
Yep.
Maybe it's like a stop. Like, I worked at the Crescent Hotel for however long, and they use that on their resume and go somewhere else.
I guess. I don't know.
Throwing it out there.
So next week, guys, we may have a special guest. We got to get it confirmed.
Yes.
But it does tie into tonight's show.
Yes.
I will be letting you guys know. You'll know from our posts. Sorry. Whenever we post the show, you'll know if we get the guest. But we're working on it. We got to see if they're in town. If they are,
it's a special guest, and it comes down to timing, honestly. So
Yeah.
Bear with us. If they can get on, cool. I don't think Zach Douchey has anything to do with this location, does he?
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, that's really weird. That's pretty weird, Jess. Not gonna lie, that's a bit out there.
Zach Baggins. So, funny story.
Huh.
So Ghost Adventures did film out there. They did an episode out there.
Yeah.
And you'll hear this. You'll hear a little bit about this from our special guest.
Did they have a demon?
I'm not gonna ruin his story that he has to tell, so I won't say anything
I'd like
about
to
that.
hear his story.
But after the Ghost Adventures aired, Spurrier was the equipment manager. So he was there the day before and day after and stuff like that, collecting equipment and getting everything ready. Blacking out the windows and shit like that they do. He was on the 4th floor with another member, and nobody's in the hotel. And they heard crying. A woman crying.
4th floor.
On the 4th floor. And we'll get to your question here in a minute, Kelly.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I do remember your question, Kelly. Don't forget.
So I called Justin after I'd watched that episode. And we were talking, and that's when he told me about hearing the crying. I was like, really? Did it sound anything like this? I sent him that sobbing EVP that I captured, and he was like, holy shit, that's exactly what we heard. And I was like, dude, I captured that like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Like that's an oldie. And so like
Residual.
it gave me goosebumps because like he heard something I captured
15 years ago.
over a decade ago prior. So he validated that. It was awesome. All right, let's get to the murder castle question. Let me scroll up here. Oh, it's way up here. Okay. Last night I watched a show on history about the murder castle. Jeff Mudgett down in the basement. He said he didn't believe in ghosts before he went down, but he did when he came up. Have you discussed this with him? He's been on our show.
I think that's why she's asked it, if we've discussed it with him.
I think we talked a little bit about it with him. I don't remember. Shit, we might have to have him on again sometime.
See if there's any progress.
Yeah.
But I don't think we really got into the topic of ghosts because it was mainly just talking about all the different theories about H.H. Holmes and all that kind of stuff.
I know we talked about.
I mean, he knows we're
post
ghost
office.
hunters. Like, yeah, and then the post office maybe doing an investigation
And I think,
down there.
yeah, I was like, because I said something about like, if the basement's there, it'd be awesome to ghost hunt there and stuff like that. But
I think he was open to it, but that doesn't. I mean, he could still be skeptical or be skeptic about ghosts.
yeah,
But no, we haven't talked to him about it. We should reach out to him again sometime soon.
let's see here. Do you have any hunts in March? March, I am filling up with some filming stuff, so it won't be in March. The hunts that I'm setting them up like with some time ahead. May is going to be the earliest that I'm going to have any. The first one's going to be May 11th at Harbor Village.
Yeah, for
the tour.
Midwest, yeah.
Yeah. May 11th will be at Harbor Village in Grove, Oklahoma. We've already started selling tickets on that. And then May 25th, I think it is. I don't have my book. Actually,
Hold on. Give me a second. I got it right here.
Here it is. Yeah, May 24th.
24th, yeah.
7 p.m. to 2 a.m. We're going to be at Malvern
Yes.
again. And then another one I've got scheduled is in September, Friday the 13th at McIntyre Villa.
Yes.
You guys can...
But as well, I mean, anything before that, we do have a special appearance that we will be special guests at the Haunted Soul Society McIntyre investigation on April 20th. So we will be there for that. We're not running that investigation or anything like that. It's not.
We're just going to be there.
We're just going to be there as guests and have a great time.
That's right.
Be there as special guests because we love our friends in Haunted Soul Society. So any chance that we get to collaborate with them or meet up with them, it's always a great time. Always.
Yeah.
Because I may have to go to Ray County now. I was gonna go to the bar and drink afterwards, to kind of like a celebrate, like, hey, last. But I think I'm just gonna go have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Malvern's in May.
Yeah, Malvern will be May. Did I put 20? I gotta check my calendar because I think it's actually.
Did you just miss it? Did you miss what, Kelly? The question? Yeah, we did answer your question.
Malvern in May. Yes, it's in May. May 25th. 24th. 24th. No, 24th. Sorry. It is the 24th. May 24th.
It's that Saturday, right?
Yeah. That's
It's the 25th.
Or no, it's that Friday.
It's that Friday. So if it's a Friday, it's the 24th.
Yeah, 24th.
Okay. Okay.
So I am going to be there for 2 days, but the first day.
Gotcha.
That's why I'm trying to like figure it out because one of the days I'm filming and then the other day's the event. So
yeah, I've never been there in May. I've never been in there in the beginning of the summer, so I'm sure it'll be nice and toasty. But I'm sure it'll be great.
Yeah, I wanted to get it in May so it's not like overheated and. Although the air conditioning there is actually pretty good though,
and not freezing cold.
Yeah,
because I think not every time, but I think most of the time I've been there, it's been friggin' chilly.
There's another one that I'm going to be setting up for. I'm trying to get set up for in Arkansas in June.
June. June 22nd.
22nd,
possibly.
hopefully. Trying to get that one set up. That one's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna include more tickets on that one, just a few more, because it is such a huge place.
Yes.
What I say is 140,000 square feet.
Massive. And 4 floors?
I think it's 5.
5 floors? Jesus.
Yep, 5 floors.
Well,
Kelly, you can go. You'll be all right. It's not as scary as you think, unless the Shadow Man comes at you. That's pretty freaking. That'll
get you going.
Yes, sir.
Or if Rebecca does her scream.
Right, that too, dude. I'd
probably
piss myself.
I was.
We're on the same wavelength here.
Absolutely. Oh man.
The one in Texas is going to be interesting if I get a hold of them. Another huge place, but it's a place I've never been to, so I'm pretty excited about it if I can get in there. The one in Missouri. The one in Missouri is also a pretty sizable place, and I've never been there either. Been wanting to go there for a while now.
You have to tell me that one, because I don't even know which one that one is.
But I've finally got the contact information I need.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed I can get some stuff done this week. But yeah, some good ones planning in the works.
I've been telling people at work, like, I'm so stoked for this year, because I still have plenty of people asking me, like, hey, tell us some ghost stories. Have you done anything recently yet? And it's like, nah, I've kind of been taking a break. It's just been, this last year was great. This year's going to be even better.
Like I was saying earlier, I hit that mode where I was like, I could quit my job and just go do this if it wasn't for bills.
Yeah. What's, is April 12th something specific too? Something that is specific with April 12th? That's coming to mind. I can't remember. Oh, well. I have it written down, but I don't know what it is.
Oh, wait. I do have my planner.
And if it's something you can say, okay.
No.
If it's something you can't,
No, I don't have anything for April 12th.
Huh. Okay. Well.
Just the 20th and 21st, being at
Maybe April
McIntyre.
12th is another investigation.
Maybe that's your thing.
Maybe.
Something for you, like.
Maybe. I just have April 12th, whole weekend.
Really?
Yeah.
And you don't even know what it is.
Bart. Nope. Don't remember.
All right.
I hope it's something paranormal. I mean, it's on my paranormal request off list, so
Yeah.
hopefully it's something paranormal. Anybody else know anything paranormal happening around April 12th?
Let me make sure I didn't write it on the actual calendar. Yeah, no, nothing.
Come to Old Joplin Hospital. When is that?
That is not open for investigations because of a lot of safety issues, and the owner. There's a lot of mold and asbestos that they. Yeah.
Ooh.
I would love to go in there. I've been to the building, not been inside it, and I've looked at it, but the owner will not let people in there, and I understand why, because it's dilapidated, it's dangerous, it's full of mold, and it's full of asbestos.
Totally understand. Some places just need to come down.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't need to come down. It just needs cleaned up.
Well, you know what I'm saying. That's fair.
The train station there in Joplin though is pretty creepy, but I would love this. There's been people talking about restoring it or doing something with it. I would love it if they made it an airsoft place.
That'd be sweet.
That would be awesome.
That would be sweet. Oh, I got some dates with Koopsik I need to request off coming up soon.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's with Koopsik.
Maybe. I need to message him and figure out dates again. Because he'd invited me to a certain location that somebody had not just acquired, but we've talked about it.
Yeah.
And then something else possibly in the works.
Which I need to call him.
Strange Paranormal. So.
We can also put it out there for people. If you guys like paranormal podcasts, Jason Koopsik from the Ectoplasm Show, they are rebranding the Ectoplasm Show and calling it the Strange Paranormal Podcast. And they will be coming out with their first episode on April 1st, which I thought was a funny day to do that because
April Fool Day.
April Fool Day. So I don't know. I don't
hate
know if they're
April
just like
Fool's
joshing
Day.
people or if they're actually going to do that.
I hate April Fool's Day
Do
with
you?
a passion.
You can't trust nobody.
No. I already have trust issues to begin with. Now there's a whole freaking day for me to have completely no trust in anyone. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Guess I'm not
Stay
doing anything
indoors.
that day. Yeah.
Just
I guess
stay
I'm not doing
indoors.
anything that day.
Play some Call of Duty or something and just yeah,
Something like that.
something like that.
Something like that.
Just like I love that day. Then she gets to be Two-Faced that day.
Yes.
No,
not my
that's
day.
not salt. That's sugar.
That's not what you did. It's no fear.
Greatest
Too many
April
times.
Fool's joke I ever did. I was 7 years old and I switched the salt and sugar in my mom's shakers and stuff that night. And then because she got coffee in the morning and stuff, so
Oh my God.
I woke
With
up
some salty
especially
coffee.
early, so I could see her reaction as she put salt in her coffee, and it was hilarious. Little
Sounds like something you would do.
little thing there for you guys if you want to get at somebody, especially coffee drinkers. So
Bye, Cassie. Have a good
take
night.
care. So yeah, there's that. Again, guys, if you want tickets to the Midwest Mystery Tour, you can just go on
Yes.
Eventbrite, search Midwest Mystery Tour, get your tickets there. I will try to keep people updated with the new locations as they
Yes.
come on Facebook, but unfortunately, Facebook does not promote me. So, can you give addresses?
Huh?
Addresses for
Nice, Jerry. I like it. And thanks, Kelly. Appreciate it. Have a good night.
yes. Have a good night.
But Gerald did say they're rebuilding it, so whatever it was.
I'm guessing the
Ooh, have a great time there, Jess.
Yeah.
That's going to be awesome.
heck yeah. I'm guessing the Joplin Hospital. I'm gonna have to look into that. I try to stay out of Joplin as much as I can.
I get it.
I mean, there's that. And whoever's been watching on Kick, what's up?
Howdy.
We got another follower on Kick too, by the way.
Hey, nice. Awesome, dude. Kick.
Place Baxter. Yeah, just PM it to me. Send it to my messenger.
Oh, like haunted locations. Okay, cool. Yeah.
I might actually know this place too, because
Yep.
there's some places whenever we were filming haunting history that we looked into.
You know what? And I didn't think we'd do it, but we hit the 2-hour mark on this show.
Yeah, we
Holy
did.
moly. You know what? That's funny. You did mention last time we talked about the Crescent Hotel that we need a whole big show for this one. And boy, did we
Yeah.
need a whole big show for this one.
Oh yeah.
Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's segment of America's Most Haunted. We will be doing more of these in the future. This is something we've been kicking around because, we do the generalized, like, oh, this haunted place, but I think it's a good spot where we can focus on specific locations. And if there's some favorites you have out there, throw them out there. We'll do a show on them and give it, get us some, because we'll have our own ideas and places we want to talk about, but there might be some
sure.
places that you guys know that we have no idea about. So, throw it on out there on the video, send us a
Put
message.
it down there in the
whatever.
comments.
Put it in that comments. Make sure
Not
you
in the
like
chat.
the video.
In the comments.
Yeah, don't do the chat because the chat we won't really see that until later. But put it in the comments after the video, and we appreciate y'all. Have a wonderful night. We'll see y'all next Monday at 8:00.
That's right. Godspeed. Ugh.